Hey ladies and gentlemen, Steven here from Redolessence. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're doing well. In today's episode, we're going to be taking a closer look at the newest original creation by the company Dua Fragrances. And you guys know that they've probably had a few affairs by now. They have a rose affair, and here we have a vanilla affair. And so this is a gourmand fragrance through and through. I'm excited to give you my thoughts on it, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin my fragrance review of a Vanilla Affair by Dua Fragrances, I do want to mention that if you are a fan of fragrance-related content, if you like fragrance reviews, but also top 10 videos, giveaways, unboxings, and more, please do consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. All you have to do is click on that red button in the corner, and of course, while you're at it, if you can give this video a thumbs up, it would really mean a lot. And so here we have a fragrance called a Vanilla Affair. This has vanilla bean, vanilla pod, vanilla rum, vanilla liqueur, so it has like a combination of like different vanilla ingredients, and sure enough, as soon as you spray this one on, that is what you're going to get through and through. This is a very decadent gourmand perfume. You are going to smell a lot of vanilla from this one. Nothing too floral about it. I know there's bergamot in the opening and nothing really woodsy about it, but it really just has like this silky smooth and creamy vanilla note. I'm excited to give you more of my thoughts regarding the smell. Let's start things off with the presentation. So right away in the opening of this fragrance, it comes off as a complete and full gourmand. And so when I'm thinking of gourmand fragrances, I typically think about fragrances that come across smelling edible. And surely enough, this one smells quite edible with all of the vanilla that's in here. It also says like sugar, spirit, something or other. So I'm guessing like a simple sugar is also in this, adding to that sweetness, because there are some vanillas on the market that can be a little bit dusty and a little bit powdery. I know the brand Arquiste has one of those vanillas. I'm forgetting the name of it. It might be the Architects Club, but this vanilla is very smooth, silky, warm, and gourmand. And so it comes across very sweet. It kind of smells similar to Vanille and Sensei by Atelier Cologne, but this one is much stronger, and it's also done a little bit differently. Now, the vanilla that's in here definitely gives off like a boozy quality, and that's something that I've smelled in a lot of vanilla raw materials. And so I think I have one specific raw material that I purchased from newdirectionsaromatics.com, and it smells very similar to this. And so I can tell that there is a very high quality vanilla being used in this, as opposed to the synthetic ethyl vanillin, which is only going to give you like 70% of the smell of vanilla. This one smells complete and it smells full. And I think it's the fact that they're using a few different varieties of vanilla that are kind of contributing to that completeness and that fullness. So I would say this is an awesome fragrance, one, to layer with. And so if you're looking for just a sweet vanilla-based fragrance to layer with, I think that this is perfect for that. I would also say the same for Vanille and Sensei by Atelier Cologne. The second thing, if you're looking for a romantic date night fragrance, something that comes across kind of sensual, something that's on the sweeter side, but also if you're looking for something to wear in the evening, perhaps after the sun sets when it gets a little bit cool outside, I think this one would fit that bill perfectly as well. I know the contention that some people have with gourmand fragrances is that when you wear them in the high heat, they can be a little cloyingly sweet. And I suppose the same thing can be said about this. And so if you just reserve the wear of this fragrance to like the evening time after the sun has set, I think you're going to get some really good results from this one. But you know me, I'm a gourmand lover. I absolutely love anything with vanilla, chocolate, praline, tonka bean. I just love sweet smells. And this one has that boozy vanilla that really stands out. And at times I get little nuances of Ani by Nishane, which is another amazing fragrance. And at times I get, like I said, Vanille and Sensei by Atelier Cologne. But all in all, this is an amazing vanilla fragrance, beautiful gourmand perfume. If you are a fan of vanilla as a note and you're looking for perhaps what one would consider the holy grail vanilla perfume. I don't think you need to look much further than this just because of all the different varieties of vanilla that are in here, but also because of its ability to really put the vanilla in the spotlight and make it the dominant note of the composition. Definitely check it out. I think it's going to be to your liking, especially if you're a fan of vanilla. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, I think the overall smell is incredibly pleasant, but I'm a little biased here because I love my gourmand perfumes, and so I probably wouldn't be able to say the same thing about like an ylang ylang perfume or something like that, because I have a proclivity towards sweeter fragrances, and of course vanilla is said to be an aphrodisiac, and I haven't met too many people that have an aversion to the smell or taste for that matter of vanilla, and so overall smell is really, really good. You just have to be a fan of vanilla, and I think that in terms of the performance, if we're looking at the longevity, you're going to get 8+ hours on your skin. This is extrait de parfum concentration, and that's something that they've remained consistent with when they're releasing the 30 ml bottles. In addition to the 100 ml bottles, they keep the same concentration all the way through. I think the only time that that changes is when they release their attars, and then they go like really strong, I think in the vein of like 60 or 70%, which is quite extreme. But in the case of this fragrance, 33% concentration, extrait de parfum, 8 hours on your skin. Projection is fantastic for the first 2 hours of application. In terms of the versatility, like I said, you might not want to wear it when it's really, really hot outside. If you save it for the evening time when it's a little bit cooler, I think it will be perfect. Autumn and winter, I think it's going to be fabulous. I think it's perfectly unisex. Vanilla is one of those really versatile and interchangeable ingredients where you can use in immense fragrances as well as women's fragrances. And so I think it's a very versatile fragrance. And I suppose it's something you can wear casually if you're that big a fan of vanilla, but it's something that, in my opinion, I would say for like a special occasion or like a date, a romantic scenario, something like that. And in terms of the presentation, I think it's awesome. Perfect color for this fragrance, by the way, kind of conveying that vanilla boozy quality that is found in here. And it's definitely on the sweet side with that sugary accord that's in there. So my final verdict on this fragrance is, as a personal fan of vanilla, I see myself wearing this a lot. I can also see myself layering this with a lot of fragrances where I just feel like they could have been a little bit sweeter, or maybe I'm just playing around with certain fragrances that are already containing vanilla, but I just feel like, ooh, maybe adding a little bit more vanilla would enhance the olfactive properties of that fragrance. You know, maybe you could layer it with something like a Creed Aventus, which already contains vanilla, or Nishane Ani to make it even sweeter. I'll play around with it. If I come up with some good blends, I'll definitely let you know about it. But in any case, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for tuning in. That was my fragrance review of A Vanilla Affair by Dua Fragrances. If you own or have tried this fragrance or any of their original creations, I would love to know what you think. What's your favorite original creation by Dua Fragrances? Leave a comment down below. If you've made it to this end of the video and you know, you are hearing me ask you to leave a comment down below, that'd be cool. Also, if you are new to this channel and you took something of value from this video, I would really appreciate it if you would consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. All you got to do is click on that red button in the corner, and once again, if you can enable notifications and give this video a thumbs up, it would mean a lot to me. Thanks again for watching. Love you all. We'll see you soon. Bye.